Salish Conference for me is where I come here to help people with some of the words they need for the new speakers. And so I find that when I was teaching in a school, it gave me an uplift and new ideas for teaching language. And so I think that's what I believe that's what a lot of these people come in here for, is to find new ideas and new thought, for their teaching. Because when you're teaching, you kind of run out of ideas. So what you're doing is you're looking for something to better your teaching, I guess, your skill. And you're not only learning teaching, but you're learning like sometimes priority and sometimes teachings of how our people carried themselves as a Salish people. Because a lot of times we've forgotten the way of our ancestors. Like there are certain things that we don't follow anymore today because of this modern life we're living. And so when we're teaching everything that we know, that we've seen as a growing up. And the language has changed a lot because of the new speakers, because of like everything's fast now. There's too much magic in the air. It's changing the way of life for us because now we got all these computers and all these fancy gadgets that we have. And so in some ways it works okay because sometimes, even on Facebook we give them private messages of how to spell words or they're asking for something, and there's good and there's bad in it. So I think that sometimes you got to figure out how to get the good out there. But it's good to have the Facebook sometimes, but it's also, that's not where you want to tell the world of negative things. You should do the positive things of how we should really be doing positive. And sometimes I'm finding that it's scary because what you're giving, you're revealing, sometimes has nothing to do with people. Our people used to honor and respect the language. They were even afraid at one time to share too much, because what happens is you get a bunch of culture vultures out there, that kind of takes a lot of things and kind of do with what they want with it, and it's not good. It's good to share. You want to be able to tell the young people that are learning language that you have to make sure that you're not criticizing or making fun of them, because otherwise you lose your support. One thing about teaching language to anyone is there should never be no mockery or criticism on it, because it's hard enough that they're trying to pick up the language and carry it. And to do that is, even all the fluent speakers have to be careful how they speak to the new speakers, because you don't want to hurt them. We're here to help them, not to hurt them. It's not why we're here, we're here because we have a concern of the droppage of language speakers. We're losing a lot of elders, a lot of old folks that are passing on. And without that, one day, that's all we are going to be, is a bunch of, footage like what you're recording now. That's all you're going to see is our images. Mm-hmm. One day you're not going to see anything else. So that's why I feel that it's going to take more than modern technology to make the language grow strong again. It's personal commitment. Our language is based on sounds of expression. When you're using the language, you should never try to symbolize it. Symbolizing it is deleting the meaning of the language. So when you're doing this language writing, you have to say it as it's being said. Never edit anything out. That's what's important about the language to me, is don't change it. Speak it and take it as it's coming to you, and then you learn better that way. That's what I feel about it anyway. I find that that's what scares me because the language is changing. Sometimes I can tell by a new speaker they talk too much because they're trying to match up English with native language, and that makes it that much longer instead of just saying a word like that. But you don't have to talk too much to say things if you know what you're talking about. Because English and our Salish language don't hold hands. They are two different people. So that's the way we have to look at it, is we have our own language. We are not European, and we don't have their way of thinking. We have a different outlook on everything we do in culture. And that's why, we have to really study our own people, study our own elders. Go see your elders, don't be scared of them. When it's too late to speak a language, you can be 6 feet under. So today is the day that you learn and learn well and continue to learn. Because otherwise, don't waste time saying, I would like to learn, I want to learn, and then you give us an excuse. There is no time for excuses. Today is the day you got to learn and take it get the most out of it. Like, this is what I'm saying. There's too much lies. I mean, if you got to be honest and say, well, this is what you want. If you want language, go after it. Nobody's going to give it to you. You have to go after it. If you want language, you go get it. Go to the elders. Go visit them. Go see them. Don't sit around and, expect them to come tell you anything and teach you anything. You have to make that commitment. You have to go out and visit them and see them. Spend time with them. That's where the knowledge will come out. The more you visit them, the more trust they'll have within you. Otherwise, you can't learn once a year you go visit. This is a steady job, going all the time to go see them. And I don't know what more I can say about that, but I just want to say that I'm really grateful for this conference and for where it is. And we've been coming to the Salish Conference for a number of years, and this is the first year that everybody got scared because of that virus. It's too bad that everybody got scared. I'm not afraid of anything because why would we run? If it's going to come and hit us, well, it's going to hit us anyway. So the best thing is we got to fight to hang on to our language and to get it strong again. Kootenai. That's what they tell us. Kootenai. We have to carry ourselves like Kootenai and never be afraid of nothing. Sweden couldn't none. Tip. So yeah, nimfem van qilotna mats stip. Nimfem ma khois an qilotna. Stilfen. Sweden could stuilig an qilotna. What I'm saying is, go after the language and do the best you can, and then what you're going to do is you're going to learn how to speak properly the more you go. And then what you're going to do is, your tongue will straighten out and the Salish words come out perfect. I guess that's about all I can say about it. But I just want to thank the conference, the Salish people, the people here that organize this place, and we come here every year, and Kalispel, and we come here every year, and I'm really grateful that you put this on and you sponsored. And there's not much more I can say, but thank you for all that you do for us. You feed us, you take care of us, you give us a place to stay.
Salish Conference has been a very beautiful experience this year. It really fills my heart to be here with so many of our fluent speakers and also our learners. It's really a powerful experience to come together where we hear people speaking the language, we hear people coming together to share their experiences, to share their stories, the laughter, the spirituality, the love that goes into our language and the stories. It's really a beautiful experience to come together and to share that together, and it gives us strength for the coming year, for all the work that we're doing to revitalize our languages. For me, the best part of the conference were the Kalispel and the Spokane immersion sessions, and that's where in each session, in the Kalispel session, for example, we had Kalispel elders coming together, speaking only in the Kalispel language, sharing stories. And then in the Spokane session, we had Spokane elders coming together to share stories in the Spokane language. And something about that, being in the room for those 2 consecutive sessions, only speaking the language, only speaking Kalispel or Spokane, and having the opportunity to sit with our elders, to hear their experiences, to hear their wisdom, to hear the things that motivate them, to hear the things that they want to share with us. It's really been an inspiration, and it's something that I'll carry with me for a long time. I think that the biggest thing that I want to add is, for me, it's easy to get discouraged sometimes in our work and trying to bring back our languages. A lot of times it feels like an uphill battle. It feels like there's not enough that we can do, or there's not enough hands to do the work. It gets really discouraging. And then we come to the conference like this and we realize, that our languages aren't dead. They're still here, they're still alive. They're children who are learning, they're people who are coming up and following behind us. And so this conference is really an encouragement that helps us never to give up, never to look back, never to get discouraged. We'll always go forward, we'll always be here. We're always going to be here, and we're always going to carry this forward into the future.
Chest to cat soundamstum to cat people hood. Lech cast to smell to cats in Kelly, Hutsinum, to my cats me stem or putty cascale again stooly, who cats me stem, who tappy stem, cacks awesome, tam Lucan cool quilton, who Wilson eats. Will say uchin lampt, will say now when quest Louis Poston, Steen, Utin Musselston, will hetsia, Luke, St. Quelly, who putty heads in Kelly, Hutsinum. Unu now cast shay.
To me are listening. They know how you feel. You felt it, the emotions when you start. Because where this language comes from the beginning of time, ever since that sun started coming up, going down, that's when the language comes. So we honor those that went ahead of us. Them are the shoulders that I stand on. My tupa, my kopsa, and my family down here who I'm just learning about. And you hear it picks up because the Timuh hear you. They're happy. They're lonesome. These mountains are lonesome to hear your heart. I'm so grateful for what you've done, the work, you young people. You could have been playing somewhere, but you wanted to be here. So with that, can live it way.